Hello everyone, my name is Professor Pooley, and we're playing some Lord of the Rings. And would you like to give the full title? I am with my brother again.
Yes, and that's what I meant by we. He wasn't having like some delusions. So anyway, yeah, this is Lord of the Rings, Guardians of Middle Earth, and it is what is classed as a
MOBA.
yeah MOBA. It is not a Star Wars character. Second name Fett. No, instead. Instead, it is actually a multiplayer online battle arena, which is like if you've heard of League of Legends or that. Basically, they've got one for the consoles now.
Lol.
Yeah, it's well observed. So we're going to just start off here, and if you play it, this is a trial mode. My brother's got a cheapskate. I've got the full game. But anyway, this is you play a trial and you can unlock Gandalf the Grey. I was careful to say that there, and we're just going to launch into a game right now.
So my brother's got his hands on deck, so to speak, and he's actually playing through this because I've got no clue what's going on the screen.
Yeah, because you couldn't board play the tutorial, so
No.
you're pretty much a noob to all this stuff. And to be honest, I was a noob to this whole MOBA inverted commas craze until today when I actually tried this game. So I'm gonna try and explain some of the shit in it. I don't really understand. Like I'm not an expert, but it's quite a
Try
fun
and
game.
keep the language PG, if you will.
PG, so no fuck. Oh no.
that rules the PG there.
Right.
Yeah.
So right, what you do is there's sort of like 3 lanes and there's like towers, and you basically have to get to the other team's base and blow up their shit.
PG.
Yeah. And so what happens is
He
each
moves
of
at an
these,
incredible pace.
yeah,
I just have to point
it's
that.
incredibly fast. But like, there's 2 their heroes, right? And then they're total actually owning. You've got to try not to die first.
So you've got little soldier guys that help you.
Aye, pretty much, and you've got abilities, and then they go on like cooldown and that. And the idea is to try and get to their base and blow up their ring, but it's like a tug of war. Like you can't just run in because they've got towers at their base and they just attack you and they don't kill you like really easily.
So you have to attack but also defend, so it's a mixture.
Aye, it's pretty much it goes back and forward like when you die in that. It's really quite good like because it's like a tug of war, as I've probably said. So anyway, so yeah, and then what happens is there's these soldier guys, and you've got to it stops you from sort of running into their base because you've got to like they sort of sponge the damage from the towers, so you need to sort of like run up with them. Like you have to sort of clear a path, but it's difficult to do because there's like their soldiers in the other direction, and that's what the whole sort of tug of war thing.
Doesn't look like much is happening right now.
It isn't. It's it can be quite slow paced, but it's quite fun. Like you can see my health sort of went down there, so I'm using like a shield right now, just to make sure that I don't get killed by any such cheap shots. And then I'm gonna perhaps go in here with a little blinding, and you see my health getting quite low. So what you can do is you can go back to your base, if it'll work. You sort of teleport and just let your soldiers sort of fight there, and then it heals you.
So you just randomly respawn back there?
Pretty much, and then you can go back into the battle. And then you're probably wondering what this blue circle is. This is like the sort of area attack, and then it's got this sort of triangle kind sort of
Cake slice.
Yeah, pretty much. So you've got a slice of the pie, and this is sort of where you're aiming, like where you can attack. Right trigger's like your default attack. It's really weak and crap. And then you've got your abilities. So if you hold down X, it changes the circle, and this is like the area effect of your ability. So as you can see, anyone in that circle with that ability there that I just used got blinded. And as you can see, I've also just leveled up, and then what you can do is you can rank up your abilities. Every game you start out at level 1, and then you work your way up to like level 14. And then you can rank up your abilities. So I'm just going to rank up Gandalf's Might. Such an original name. But anyway, what you can do is that means you can get stronger, and then it makes towers to sort of get like easier to destroy as the game goes on.
So you're always starting off at level 1, you said?
Yeah, but you can get like before games you can like see if you play a character a lot in that you can make like builds and that with like potions when you go into the game. So say if you're dying, you can pop a healing potion in that.
Can you go any other characters like a
Oh,
Hobbit or
there's
something?
loads. There's loads, but you choose your character before the game and you're sort of locked in. Well, I think you're locked in. I don't think you can change it at all. So it's quite important. Sort of once you choose a class, you're sort of committed to it for that game.
The key question, can we go back to the prequels and go Gandalf the White, or is that the sequels?
Well, they're bringing out more characters
Are they?
every week, yeah, so there could be a Gandalf the White that's a bit more ghetto, but you never know, eh? But as you can see, we're sort of pushing on their base right now. And you see that arrow that's pointing towards the blue guys?
Yeah.
That's pretty much the tower, right? And then it's aiming at them. And what you want to do is get that tower to aim at your guys, so you can attack it without, because it does hefty damage to you.
Why did that guy just
Like,
attack
see how
you
it's,
and then start
see how it's still
going away?
doing really bad damage to me.
Oh, that's owning you.
So then I'm pretty fucked. But then there's like wee plant things that you can pick up that give you health, which I'm trying to find, but I'm having no luck.
I like how there's lots of different routes. It's like motor
Yeah,
storm.
there's one that's just a total, just one route, which is quite epic.
Just a huge fight.
Wow.
Have you ever died yet?
No, on the game as a whole, or just in this match?
As a whole.
Aye,
Are you
I've
that
died a
pro?
lot. I've died a lot.
Have you played online?
I'm quite in it. Yeah, I was
This is
playing online earlier.
offline.
Yeah, online's good. It's because it's a bit, it's a lot more multiplayer-ish as you'd expect.
But
but
a word. Let me just check this Oxford Dictionary I've got right behind.
but
right
yeah, it's a
beside
bit
me.
more exciting.
You did level up. That's leveled up twice in one game already.
Oh, so you can go up to level 14. Like you normally get up to that level by like the end. Yeah, it's a lot more fun. See, playing it online with people and that is good. But
What I like about this trail is it's unique to other trails because if you
Oh,
see
shit.
near the top left corner it says trail time remaining and we've got roughly 55 minutes.
well, and that's
And
only
you-
on single player. You
Yeah,
get another, you get
an-
another hour.
2 hours in total, an hour offline and an hour online. So I could perfect this in an hour's time, really. Probably not because I'm
You could become a
pretty
pro.
newbie.
So yeah, so I'm just going back to heal, and you could go down like any of the paths. As trying to balance your sort of attack, it can get really strategic. Like there's a lot of depth to this. Like you can go down either, like there's 3 main paths. You can go down any of them, and you can really coordinate your attack.
Looks like lots of paths like break off.
Yeah, they do.
on the
There's sort of
minimap.
these shrine things in the middle. See how there's like these sort of cross things.
Looks like
They're shrines, and what they do is they give you bonuses. Like if your team's captured them, then it means that you can, like you get bonuses. Like you can attack like towers a bit more effectively or stuff like that. And there's also, I don't know if he's up here. He might be. Is there like monsters to kill? And if you kill them, you get bonuses. Usually they're about here, and it's like a
Just
kind of
chilling.
like orc things. Yeah, it's a Urukai or something like that. And yeah, you can kill them, and then your team gets bonuses as well. But it's quite a kind of hefty effort to do that.
So let's jump through all the game modes. So this is like the free pathed one.
Yeah, and then there's a one path one, and they're bringing out a survival mode. That's it. I don't know why I keep saying survivability, but
So do you know much about the survival mode?
yeah, no, I was looking at it. You can buy like a season pass to get schnoot. You can buy all the season pass to get all the characters, and you get that as a sort of bonus, the survival mode. So I don't know what like that'll be. It'll probably be like getting like Nazi orcs or something. But yeah, so yeah, I've leveled up again, and it's,
Spec Ops.
as you can see, it can be quite slow going, just depending on the path you choose. I'll go down the middle one, be
Hobbit
quite direct
Ops.
this time. Yeah, Hobbit Ops.